good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it. Yeah, we use the highs when it comes to beliefs, huh?
Marty är vad man kallar konservativ kristen. Bibeln är Guds ord bokstavligen och det finns 0 tolkningsmål där, om du frågar Marty. Marty har aldrig satt sin fot utanför USA och nu ska han resa runt i Norden i några dagar. Och hans uppgift är att reda ut vad vi nordbor egentligen tror på.
You looking at that big reindeer.
My name is Marty McLean. I'm 46 years old. I'm the pastor of Summit Church of West Georgia. Married to Stephanie, and we have 4 kids ages 21 to 12. I believe in creation. God created the heavens and the earth. I believe in the fall in the Garden of Eden. I believe that there's restoration, redemption through Jesus Christ. I think that heaven is better than anything we could have imagined. I think some of the artists have not done justice to heaven when they paint these boring pictures, and when there's the concept of, well, I'm going to have a robe and a harp, and I'm going to be walking on clouds, and I just don't think that's the case at all. I think it's better than anything you could ever imagine. I believe that there is a literal hell. And the Bible does refer to, in the book of Revelation, the lake of fire. I believe we're all born with a sin nature. I believe certain people have propensities for certain sins that others don't.
Quiet in the church.
Säger jag kyrka, tänker du kanske stel gudstjänst, tillhörande stel kyrkbänk, en lång märklig predikan med några psalmer insprängda. Och där är det. Och du är inte alls ensam om att tänka så här. Kyrkan har stadigt tappat medlemmar i samtliga nordiska länder i decennier redan. Och den stora frågan är hur kyrkan i Norden ska göra sig intressant och relevant igen. Och Martin har genast några förslag.
I think if you got a church that's vibrant, where maybe the music matches the music that people listen to on the radio, but yet you have Christian lyrics for it, and then you have somebody that preaches the Bible in a way where they believe the Bible and they want to tell you how the Bible applies to your life on a daily basis. I think if you have that combination, I think you'd see people have a different attitude toward church.
I know I've heard that all the times. That has to be like the only 2 reasons people would be more interested in church. Either upping up the word and giving it a little more emphasis, like hyping stuff, or putting a rap that people can understand because of the times that the growth of the kids, you know what I'm saying? To get them to get more hype with the word.
Okay, so
I always heard those 2. That's
right.
The main ones.
Right. So we usually don't talk about like our beliefs and things like that online because that's just a part of us that we don't want to content, right? That's our personal beliefs. But I am going to say this, what I have learned over my years is that we all are called to a nation of people, right? So because my nation of people is, one of my gifts is writing. That's, I write towards the people I'm called to reach. Musician, let's think of like Lecrae or Torrin Wells. They have these specific life experiences and they use their gifts to reach those nation of people.
Right.
Now, the pastor of a church, it's their duty to create a culture in the church that's going to call people that, they're called to reach and shepherd. Right.
Well, let me throw this in here. That's why they say that the gift make room for you, because easily you will attract people that you're gifted to, bless.
To reach.
That's just basically what it is.
Right, because I have certain experiences that I can share it in a way that don't come off preachy, that don't come off, judgmental, and it may call people to Christ. So I just think that there's no church that's going to be a specific way. Like the churches that we grew up in, our Baptist churches, is totally different from the churches that we have attended as adults. You know, different. Like the adult church, I mean, not the adult church, but the non-denominational churches that we have been a part of, they, you know, the music is more relaxed, the preaching is more relaxed, they teach the Bible in a more relaxed manner. But our Baptist churches, you know, he said, you know, the different cadences and things, the way that they, yes. Hopefully we're making sense to y'all out there.
No, I get what you're saying.
Maybe a world.
Yeah, I get what you're but that's how it is over here. We have so many different non-denominations and type of stuff. But yeah.
Sockenbacka kyrka i Helsingfors tror sig ha hittat en lösning på det här problemet. Och intressant nog, med hjälp av någonting som väl klassiskt har ansetts vara djävulens bästa redskap. Och frågan blir pastor Martin gillar det.
They're not about that.
But they can't believe in the devil, the atheists.
I don't know, child.
Wow.
They
got a song?
He said, wow, let's see what they say.
Tietysti tämä metallimusiikki on aina vähän semmoinen kysymys.
Metal music, yeah.
Voiko se olla hänellä niinku shokki? Voi olla.
With Christian lyrics.
No, he said closely related to the devil.
And this is going to help them believe. Right?
I need the lyrics.
Yeah, they got to put that in the...
About 7 years ago, we had one seminar, heavy metal seminar. One guy said there, maybe one day we have some kind of heavy metal mass in Finland, if somebody can do it. Sure. So I was the first one. I can do it.
He's the inventor of heavy metal.
You are part of the state church.
Come on, man.
This is my church, yeah.
The state, okay.
Oh.
But it's not preaching. But it's for the devil. That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm confused. You know, I don't listen to heavy metal. You know, I've always thought it, you know, was rock music. You know, people do what they do. That's the devil music? Like what they meant by that.
Yeah, I'm going off what they kind of put on the screen.
I wish they would have had the lyrics so I could. I'm confused now. Cause that's different. That's totally different. That's a lot.
Is it controversial? I mean, is everybody on board, or do you have some people who are like, oh, you shouldn't do that?
About 3-4 years ago, we went to a place called Pori. Some people said that you can't come here. They even they prayed that something happens to the bus, that we can't do the ceremony there. Ja, hur ligger det till med kopplingen Belzebub och tunga distade gitarrer idag? Not much anymore. And for example, in Finland many people like heavy metal. But some people say also, but they change their opinion when they feel and see our mass. Och hur gick hårdrocksgudstjänsten hem hos vår gäst Martin?
It was different from anything I've ever been a part of. Be differently probably as saying, you know, don't draw as much attention, you know, to yourself as you sing. That would just be my recommendation if I was pastoring a church and you know, we had singers I thought were too physically expressive and kind of, you know, I would say, hey, let's tone down the physical expression, you know, and kind of funnel it in a different way. Don't move as much like that. Make sure it's God-honoring movement.
Okay, so it's church lyrics, it's Christian lyrics. That's what I'm thinking it is, because I was confused when they said something about the church music being closely related to the devil.
Still piecing it
together. But if this music has, Christian lyrics and it's about God,
Yeah, he says heaven metal.
in our churches we jumping around, running around, you know, Holy Spirit hit you, the Holy Spirit, they say let it move you. The people be running around the church and everything. So why would they have to tone down their faces and movements?
Because it's not what he would allow in his church.
Oh.
Basically.
His church.
Yeah. Because
His
everybody's,
church.
like you mentioned earlier, before this third pause, the first pause you did, that's how you mentioned about how they have the Baptists. We're doing this, you know what I'm saying? And then some of them don't have no AC up and down.
Mm-hmm.
The doors got to stay open. But and how they preach just gives them it's their personality behind the word.
Right. They feeling it.
Yeah.
No. Okay, if this was about, I just don't want to come off as judgmental. I respect everybody, but if this was about the devil, like if this church was for the devil, yeah, I would be spooked. Cause what you ushering in?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, child.
Heavy i kyrkan, godkänt av Martin alltså. Förutom de utmanande kroppsrörelserna, men i varje fall. Från Helsingfors fortsätter vi vidare till Jönköping i Sverige, mitt i vad man kallar det svenska bibelbältet. Och Martins rumsnummer på hotellet visar sig vara lite speciellt med just omgivningen.
That's funny.
They picking with him.
Good morning, Marty.
Hi.
I couldn't help but notice your room number.
Yeah, 666.
Okay, how does that feel for a Christian guy like you?
Well, kind of a little creepy.
It does.
Not just a significance of it, but it's no big deal.
But you didn't feel like you want to change the room or...
If I would have felt like I needed to change the room, I would have said, hey, let's change rooms. But, it's going to take more than three digits to scare me off.
Okay.
This is my Bible. I've already read it this morning. Daily Bible reading is just something I do as a believer.
Yeah.
It's something I want to do. It's something I feel like I need.
I Martins hemland USA tror 2 av 3 människor på Gud. I Norden kan man väl snarare säga att 2 av 3 tvivlar. Så vad innebär då i så fall ett nordiskt bibelbälte? Frågan går till Jönköpingsbon och humanisten Leif.
Hello. In Sweden we take off our boots inside.
Thank you. That's a faux pas.
You drink coffee?
I do.
Please. Bible Belt has been the name for many years, and it's because there are more Christians in this area than any other place in Sweden. And in Jönköping here there are about 13-14% that are active churchgoers, which is much more than the average in Sweden, which is about 3, I think.
That's a big difference.
3%. I believe in science, and that I believe in, and I understand that there are still some gaps, some things that we don't know about, but time will come. I mean, 100 years ago, there were a number of things we didn't know as we know them today. And that is science that provides us with these solutions to a better life.
Right. So even with origins of life,
Yes.
because, a lot of scientists believe that random mutation and natural selection will not explain the complexities of human existence.
Wow.
There's a growing list of scientists that believe that.
If your problem is that there is no answer to the question what was before the bang, I will return that question to you. What was before God?
I would say God has always been. He is eternal.
Well, that's an easy,
And
easy answer.
I take that by faith, just like you take evolution by
Yeah,
faith.
I know.
And evolution is by faith, because it's not been proven, and nobody was there to witness, and there's no missing link.
I believe in humanity and human rights. In short, I have no need of a God. Put it bluntly.
He never like when they say that. He always puzzled. He be so quiet when they say that to him.
Tror jag att vi förklarar den kaffestunden avslutad och vi går istället ut och helt enkelt ställer frågan till första bästa person.
Yo, this not our first time watching him trying to get, people to express how they feel about God, and whenever he do, they be like, "What God? I don't rock with what you guys talking about." Mm-hmm. And he always said that he be like, because it's for a lot of people that's uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Because they have their relationship and they know what that's like for them.
Yes. Okay, so in the United States, not every Christian is the same.
Oh no, what?
Okay, so we grew up Southern Baptists. We have attended non-denominational churches before,
right,
which means that we just don't, follow the different rules for like Catholic or Pentecostal, all of those. But I would have liked to see more than one person on this journey. I would have liked to see a Hebrew Israelite on this journey.
No, he would have been still at the first person.
He would have got the speaker out.
Yeah, it would have still been the first person still talking. Like, brother, we gotta keep going. We got a whole lot of other people you want to talk to. Trust me, they're there.
Yes, because it wouldn't have been no. Okay, wow, no.
Nah, he would have started, quoting scripture, the Bible stories, these are that, that's this, and things of that nature.
By the end, you would have changed your mind.
Som kommer emot.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you believe in God?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you believe in God?
No.
Why not?
I never seen him.
If there's no God, why should I believe in him?
Okay. No, I don't. Why? Well.
No.
Why?
Well, it doesn't feel that modern or scientific or...
Do you believe in God?
They ran up on it, bro.
Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
So do you ever tell anybody you're a Christian here in secular Sweden?
I'm from Baltics, from Lithuania, so
you're from another
I'm
country.
Catholic.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Are you from here?
No.
First of all, where are you from?
I'm from Gambia.
Gambia. Okay, this is going to be a good question for you, all right? All right, man. Do you believe in God?
Of course, yes, I do.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm a Muslim.
Muslim. Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay, are you a Christian?
Yeah.
It's good to see somebody. It would be at McDonald's. I knew if I came to McDonald's,
that's crazy.
I didn't believe in God.
That's crazy.
Thank you. Most of the responses were a very passionate no. No time to think about it. They just no. And they, most of the time said they believed in science.
I want to know, like, when is that conversation had within your families that this is what we believe, we don't believe in this? I would love to know that.
Or maybe it's just not a conversation.
Well,
Because you're taught.
God.
Because you're taught as you grow. Right. And if something isn't introduced inside the home, then the child is not, they're not going to be pulled to go want to learn it. They don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I think there's some parts of it being conversations and some parts being nothing ever being mentioned, period. It don't exist, bro. So we're not going to even make you believe that.
Right. Well, what about, like, in the kid cartoon movies? Like, I can't think of anything at the top of my head, but I know they believe, like, for instance, Cinderella. Mm-hmm. She believes in her fairy godmother. Yeah. Like, how do y'all have those type of conversations on what's real, what's fake with your children? And what y'all believe in with this movie?
Put that in conversation for us.
There was no room for God in a modern world. I did find some believers, but I think probably maybe the majority of the believers I find, they're from other countries. Hey!
Would you like to try some jeans? Because I've never tried some jeans with American pastor.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. You look like you'll give me a good answer. All right. Do you? Okay. At least for half a second, think about it. All right. Do you believe there's a God?
I believe there's something, but I wouldn't like to call it God specifically. I think there's something more that we don't know about, but I can't tell that is one person is like good and one person is bad.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, thank you. You've been very helpful. And if I ever need a pair of jeans or a multicolored shirt, I'll come in here.
Vi har flugit hit Martin McLean, evangelisk kristen, mycket konservativ pastor
During
från
Christmas?
Georgia i södra USA.
Would this be Christmas?
Martins uppgift är att försöka ringa in det nordiska förhållandet till tro och till
They have a big
religion.
deer up.
Och som vi har konstaterat tror få av nordborna på Gud. Men samtidigt tillhör de flesta av oss kyrkan. Vi åker vidare till Köpenhamn för att höra vad kyrkans kvinnor och män tycker om den rätt konstiga ekvationen.
Average people in Denmark, I don't think they are religious all day, all time. It's something they are in specific situations. Things can happen in their life that calls for the religious feeling. And it's not necessary when someone meets you in the street with a camera and a microphone and ask you, are you religious?
Let me ask you about an explosive issue that I've read about with Denmark, and correct me if I'm wrong. A couple of years ago, it seems like there's an issue with having same-sex marriage ceremonies in the church, and that the parliament make the church start doing that in the church.
Yeah.
So it was the parliament, the government said, you must perform same-sex marriages in the church.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think God have created love not to make new generations, but to unite people, and that's all I have to say in that case.
I believe same-sex attraction is a sin. The worst thing I could do to somebody is say, you know, God made you that way, and He wants you to stay that way. And God's all for, you know, a homosexual relationship. When you look in the Bible, you see what God says about homosexuality. I have to deny so much of Scripture in order to give that type of counsel. When I was 14 years old, I felt the Holy Spirit of God just burdened my heart that I needed Jesus in my life. Have you been born again?
It hasn't been like one day I was this Karen and the next day I was a new Karen.
I was born again when I was 3 months old, when I was baptized. And like Jesus said, you can't be born again twice. So,
see, we believe it's got to be a volitional, conscious, accepting of Christ in your life when you reach that age where you're able to make that decision.
Yeah, man, this conversation is okay. So you do like come to an age where you decide, you know what, it's my time to give my life over to Christ. The thing is, to me, you can't determine who is and who is not walking with Christ for real. Because, and I'm gonna tell you a real story. I was standing in line, you know what I'm saying? I just got off of work, my lock swinging, my shirt is that and the third. Somebody came up to me and they're trying to be nice. Like, how you doing? Making a small conversation. But long story short, the person asked me, did I know Jesus? Surely, I know more than you think I look like I know. You know what I'm saying? So you can't naturally. Now I started quoting scriptures, so I don't know my favorite one that have put me through this and that third. Giving them the conversation, because when you understand the church, it's like conversations don't really just have to be that deep. It's very, you're giving them what they want. They want to talk the Bible for the most part and know that you're okay. Mm-hmm. So I was actually being checked upon, but little did they know, besides my image, I have so much more than they know I have to offer.
See, you're tapping on something different, and it's a huge problem in the church. Our church is here, which is judgment.
Yeah. Trust me, that's the thing though. This conversation is deeper than people rather believing or not believing. Yeah. Because you guys understand that the more you go into church, the deeper you go into church, the stricter they are. the more
It
judgment
depends
you
on
get.
the church. Let's say
No, the stricter
it really
they are.
does, though.
Because even though they do stuff in the shadows, because not everybody perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They do stuff in the
Nobody
shadows.
is perfect.
No one is, exactly. They still have to give off a way about themselves that says, I'm clean.
Okay, so we have had terrible experiences.
Yeah, that conversation is an easy flow.
So that's
Come on, man. We talk about that all day.
In one church. So, yeah. I just feel like the problem that we start to have when it comes to judgmental folks in church is that people play God. You are not God. You have to take that beam out your own eye. Okay? Look at yourself with it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Okay.
So Marty, what was the discussion like?
We see very different, and I'm sure there's a lot of other aspects of theology we would not agree upon.
He ain't like that, is it?
Tron på en och samma Gud delar de tydligen inte så mycket mer än så. All right, vi lämnar Danmark och fortsätter vidare norrut mot Stockholm.
Child, we got more to go. I thought we were going to have a good experience at the church.
No.
We were talking, I think it was yesterday in the car about safety and talking about guns and you yourself, what kind of gun do you have?
It's a 410 shotgun. It's probably the smallest shotgun you can have.
Okay. Yeah. And if you say a burglar came into your house and threatened your wife and family, so what would you do?
If it was to choose between a burglar and my family, I'd have to shoot the burglar.
He said, I'm the cleanup man too.
I try not to kill him, but I would shoot him to disable
you
him.
got a shot.
I'd hate not to do anything and have my wife and kids harmed by a perpetrator and me just stand by and watch. To me, that would be the greater evil on my part, to let my family be harmed in a way like that when I could prevent it.
So when do you turn the other cheek?
That's personal. If somebody comes up to me personally, but when it comes to me having to defend my family, then I have an obligation as the husband and the protector of my family to protect them.
Or you give her the shot and let her go crazy.
The first lady?
The first lady, yeah. Let her work that thing.
Sen är det ju faktiskt så att man måste ju inte nödvändigtvis tro på en gud, eller hur? I Sverige är det Kammarkollegiet som registrerar alla religiösa samfund. Och vad är det förresten som gör att ett samfund får klassas som religiöst?
Det måste vara en gemenskap som har till syfte att hålla på med religiösa aktiviteter, vad de bedömer som religiösa aktiviteter. Det ska ingå bland annat att ha någon form av gudstjänst. Och sen ska de ha stadgar där det framgår bland annat att de har som syfte att hålla på med den här religiösa verksamheten eller vad det nu är för gudstjänster eller liknande som de gör.
My dear friends, finally we have achieved recognition. Our new religion can start growing up. You are already a part of it.
Oh, that's how they do it?
2012 blev Sverige det första landet i världen att ge officiell status åt det missionerande kopimistsamfundet. Det vill säga placera dem i samma liga som Svenska kyrkan eller romersk-katolska kyrkan.
Så ibland har folk kommit på en bakifrån när man har gått liksom med cykel och frågat om man har upptäckt Jesus eller Gud. Och det har jag berättat om kopimismen och då har de avfärdat det direkt som trams. Så jag hoppas inte Marty tycker det här är trams helt enkelt.
Kopimisterna, de tror på feldelning. De tror alltså i religiös bemärkelse. Att kopiera en bild eller en låt eller en film på nätet, det är en helig akt enligt kopimisterna. Eller ett practical joke som svenska byråkrater tyvärr tog på allvar, om du frågar kritikerna.
Alltså, vi har hand om den här lagstiftningen som säger att om man uppfyller de formella kriterierna så ska man registreras. Vi gör inga värderingar av vad verksamheten går ut på, vad man tror på eller hur man tror på det. Så länge som man uppfyller de formella kriterierna i lagen så kan man bli registrerad och det är bara det som vi får pröva. Och i det här fallet så uppfyller de formella kriterierna och därför blir de registrerade.
Crazy up there.
That's different.
Copying is the idea about copying, and that everything evolves around copying in universe and in language, and we believe that copying is a kind of a sacred act.
Wow.
That's the copying.
Okay. When you worship, what do you do when you have your worship service?
Yeah.
How do you worship?
We worship by doing copying, and the perfect copy is a very sacred act. And you can do the perfect copy by like file sharing or whatever, like by a computer, and you copy files, and that's a sacred act. Like, and then we do it together and do this sacred thing.
So, are you Christian?
Oh.
No, we're not Christian.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to.
I'm sorry. Y'all know back in the day, I ever told y'all about my first, entrepreneurial gig. Y'all know back in the day they had this little system called LimeWire, right? So I used to burn some CDs and sell it. That's what that sounds like. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be judgmental at all, but that's what that sounds like to me.
It sounds like a nice little club.
Right. Put together a little worship playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't even need a building. That's
it sounds like they just cut out pictures.
Right.
I'm trying to get my head around this thing, okay?
Yeah.
All right. How would your religion prepare you for eternity?
I think like you can upload our brains and then we can live on forever and ever, and we never have to be afraid of death.
Okay. Now, how many members do you have?
I think we have a register of 4,000 members.
In all of Sweden or just in this area?
Scandinavia.
In Scandinavia.
In Scandinavia.
As a Christian, obviously I don't believe all religion is equal. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know what to say. I've never heard that before.
What does that say about Sweden?
Well, I reckon to each his own. Anything goes. There is no one solid fundamental base. It's just kind of whatever you'd like.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think eventually it will show up because I think there has to be some type of moral basis for law. I think somebody's narrative will win out. And when you have such diverse narratives and you try to come to the least common denominator, you're probably not going to satisfy anyone when, the different elements of society get to a certain size. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
That's it?
Gotta be. Yeah, we're gonna stop right there, y'all. We're gonna stop right there. Wow, so they really different. They got this own system set up to where they believe that you can put your mind on the internet and live based off of data. That's different. But the truth is the truth. What you perceive is what you believe. And as long as you have a certain perspective about something, your perception change. And when your perception change, she looking at me like, what is you talking about now? No, but when your perception change, you know what I'm saying? It changes your heart. And then your heart makes you feel the connectivity of the belief that you have given yourself, the download that you have. I make sense. It just sounds crazy because I'm actually speaking about how they come up with these different systems. It's about perspective.
That's a crazy perspective, baby. Because like I said, I used to burn CDs for a living.
Ooh, they need to go watch The Matrix. They're gonna trip out. They gonna trip out. Man, they gonna trip out. They're gonna be like, this is the way.
Different.
They're gonna be like, ooh, which one of y'all the one?
That one was different.
Okay. All right.
That one was different.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.